Welcome to a 5-minute play with surface to air system. Hey, Coach Hargitt. And of course, I'm Rick, and you got Coach Hargitt there. And hey, Coach, look, guys have been asking about the stack into the boundary. Tell me what people have been asking, what you've been thinking about that stack into the boundary, man.
Yeah, one of the things that we get a lot of times when we see an Okie front, these 3-4 type defenses that a lot of people are playing and 2 high safety looks, when you start stacking receivers, especially when you stack receivers into the boundary, it really gives people some problems out of that Okie look. And I think when you add in the sniffer component, it exacerbates people's problems. Because if you look at this formation we have drawn right now, what we're looking at here is we've actually got the sniffer to the field side. So we're assuming that this is the boundary side over here, and this is the field side over here. Okay, so we've got a lot of extra grass out to this side, and we essentially have the tight end of the field. So a lot of times the defense is going to be very conscious of that. You can see here I've used our surface to air system nomenclature for how to code out people. We've got the R3, which is the corner, the R1, which is the field side safety, and the R2, which is the field side invert, are all pushed over there, and they're covering that triangle because there's a lot of things we can and will do with that triangle when we have the tight end involved. But by putting the stack back into the boundary, we create a lot of issues for people. And the number one issue that we create is what do they do with that L2 defender right there? Okay, that's the guy we like to read in the surface there most of the time anyway, and we're creating a big conflict for him. If he walks out and he presents himself in any way, shape, or form where he's going to cover that stack set into the boundary, then our quarterback knows we basically have a 6-on-5 situation in the box. So let me start with the field side, show you what we're going to do there. I'll go to the box and I'll work back to the boundary, and I'll show you how we're going to put that guy into a lot of conflict. The first thing we're going to do is on our front door side, we're going to run that single side receiver slant, okay? And we work a lot on slant routes with our guys. So if that R3 is not playing an inside presence right there, if we're not getting any press look, they're going to have a lot of problems. And we're probably going to get a 2-for-1 special. We may even influence all 3 players with that. We're going to go ahead and push our inside zone. And we push all of our inside zone to that R2 anyway. So if the R2 drops off to the slant, we're going to get a double team, and a single team. And we know that we've got the nose, the end, and both Mike backers accounted for in our blocking scheme. Then we're going to go ahead and split that zone and bring the Y across and kick out the defensive end. The quarterback now knows, before he even starts looking at this RPO, that he has a 6-on-5 advantage in the box, all right? It's really a 7-on-5 advantage. They've got 5 defenders presented in the box. We're really not saying the R2 is a 6, so they've got 5 guys. I've got 5 offensive linemen and a tight end, so I'm already at +1. Then the running back gives me +2. So I'm at 7-on-5 in the box. So if I go out here and I let my X receiver just stalk block the L3 and run a now screen right now with my H-back, I've put that L2 in a huge bind. Does he want to try to stick his nose into that box and present and try to get involved in the run fit? If he does, the quarterback can disengage and throw really what amounts to a big old ISO block. The X is the fullback block in the corner. The H is the tailback, and you're just running ISO 20 yards from the ball. And it's great stuff out there on the perimeter. If L2 wants to kind of feather that thing out there and involve himself in the stack set, now the quarterback can hand that ball into a clean box all day. If the defense tries to walk the R2 down, it does not help them because the way we block inside zone, we've already put 2 hats for 2 hats. So it really doesn't help them in any way. So the quarterback has a nice, easy, clean box with what we see as a 7-on-5 numerical superiority in the box. To even get that back to only a +1 advantage for us, they've got to walk the L2 down. They're going to get punished with the bubble screen. If they walk the R2 down, they're probably going to get punished with the slant. So by putting that stack set into the boundary, and specifically putting that stack set into the boundary away from a split zoning sniffer tight end, we've put the defense in quite a bind with what we do in the surface to air system.
That's good stuff, man. As a quarterback, if the R2 is walked off and out, the quarterback has no front door read. That's off totally, and it's going totally back door.
Yeah, if the R2 is involving himself in that slant lane, in that slant window, then the quarterback is just going to basically X that thing out pre-snap and say, that's no joy. So now I'm going to come back over and I'm going to check and see if I've got a numerical or grass advantage over here to the boundary. If I've got it, I'll take it 100 times out of 100. If I don't, I'm back in the box. So, yeah, R2 is going to predicate all that. If R2 is involving himself in that and causing us an issue, the quarterback will immediately cross that thing out and work a different spot on the RPO.
Appreciate it, man. This has been a good deal. And we'll put this up for guys to look and learn, and appreciate the time, dude.
Yep.
All right, man. Over and out.